The episode begins with an alien guard dragging an unwilling Major John Skokes toward a dungeon. When he is locked in, he finds another prisoner, who introduces herself as Bree Tristan, a cadet from the Europa base. She is a fighter pilot in the making who got captured some time ago. Since there is no way to track time, she assumes that she might have been held in captivity for around 3 months. Skokes notices something strange on her, which she reveals is a skin graft the alien jailers put on her. Skokes is shocked to learn that the aliens are experimenting on Bree, trying to change her into one of them. After introducing himself as the head of Earth's military, Skokes asks Bree about the jail's layout. She informs him about her previous fellow prisoner, who was a commanding instructor in her base. The aliens tortured him to death and even left the body inside the cell for a long time to torment Bree until they finally took it away. She further reveals that the aliens are very intelligent and 100 times stronger than humans, which is why the chances of escaping the prison are next to none. The prison walls are made up of some crystal, so it is impossible to dig their way out. Skokes tells Bree that the ongoing war has caused massive destruction on Earth, as well as the human colonies on Mars, which is why he needs to break out of the dungeon and fight for the human race. Bree starts panicking, as she does not have the heart to witness the torture those aliens would be putting Skokes through, just like they did with the commander. However, Skokes ignores her warnings and instead orders her to help him find a way out. Just then, Skokes is startled by a strange noise, which Bree explains is the alien bringing them food. Skokes tries to tackle the alien, but he effortlessly throws him to the floor, proving Bree's statement about their strength. The alien throws in 2 centipede-like creatures inside the cell and leaves. The centipedes, about the size of a human forearm, crawl fast around the cell, and Skokes watches in disgust when Bree catches one, dismembers its head, and consumes the innards. She tells him that this is the only food source the aliens bring to the prisoners, and it took her a considerable amount of time to figure that out. When Skokes chooses to starve instead of consuming the centipede, Bree warns him how the commander also chose the same, which is why the aliens stopped bringing any food for him. Suddenly, Bree cries out of pain from the skin graft and tells Skokes that she thinks this graft is transforming her faster than the last 2 attempts. Skokes tries to rip off the skin graft from Bree's arm but is unsuccessful as an alien shows up and drags Bree away, while Skokes looks disappointed how he couldn't help her. In his efforts to learn more about the prison, Skokes finds a way to reach a small barred window on the ceiling. He notices similar windows nearby and hears the sounds of humans being tortured by the aliens. Looking around in his cell, he comes across a sharp piece of crystal, so he climbs back up in an attempt to cut through the metal bars. When he hears Bree's cries of distress nearby, he hides the sharp crystal just in time before the alien guard shoves Bree back into the cell. Skokes notices numerous grafts on her body, so he tries to console Bree out of her agonizing pain. He goes on to tell her that he found a way out of the cell, but Bree does not seem to care because she does not think she will be a human for long. While she washes her wounds, she tells Skokes how the war has changed Earth, which is nothing like Skokes left it 4 years ago before he proceeded onto his mission. Moving on in the episode, Skokes continues filing the metal bars, but in doing so, he hears the agonizing wails of a human from his cell window. Bree tells him how the aliens tortured her initially, which included group examinations while she was stripped naked. But nothing compares to the pain she is experiencing through the grafts. Since her back is bothering her a lot, she has Skokes look at it, who is shocked to see alien-like growths there. Bree expresses how she has never been intimate with a guy because everyone above 16 years of age has been recruited and sent to war. Being the gentleman he is, Skoke backs off when Bree advances toward him, which upsets her, blaming her appearance for his indifference. He comforts her, and they share a kiss when suddenly the door opens, and an alien guard drags Bree away while hurling Skokes into a wall when he tries to save her. Unable to help Bree, Skokes channels his pent-up anger and finally manages to cut through the skylight window. After climbing up, he crawls through the tunnel only to be attacked by some unseen monster. He grabs his crystal rock and stabs the creature to death. Just then, he hears Bree nearby, so he hurriedly returns to the cell, but in doing so, he accidentally loses the cutting implement. When he tries to retrieve it from the gutter, the acid inside the hole burns his skin. At this point, Bree looks more alien than human and easily retrieves the cutting rock with her alien arm, since alien skin does not feel any pain. Skokes applies a tourniquet around his injured leg, and just then, an alien guard throws in their centipede-like food. Bree captures both and teaches Skokes how to consume them. Later, Skokes heads toward the air vent with the intention of freeing up more prisoners. While cutting through through another set of bars, he hears Bree being taken again for more experiments. He ends up locating the cell where the aliens are experimenting on Bree and tries to stab the alien. However, the alien grabs his arm and cuts off his hand, with Skokes passing out. In the next scene, Skokes wakes up on the floor of his cell while Bree laments about his dismembered hand that she has bandaged up to stop the bleeding. He notices how Bree's transformation is almost complete. He accepts the reality and apologizes for building her hopes up because clearly they couldn't break out of the prison anymore. Since Bree had talked about terminating her life before transforming completely, Skokes offers to put her out of her misery. However, he is unable to do it, since he has developed feelings for her. Bree encourages him to continue since any hope she had for the world and humans is long gone. This is where Skokes reveals a big military secret. As it happens, the Earth is not doomed. A huge fleet of ships has been hiding behind the sun, and the Earth's military has led the aliens to falsely believe that Earth is on the brink of collapsing, while in reality, within 30 days of Skokes being captured, the Earth's defenses will strike the non-suspecting aliens and quite possibly win the war. While Bree thanks Skokes for sharing this information, just then, the prison door opens and an alien guard steps in. Skokes pleads with the alien to take him instead, but he notices Bree walking to the exit herself. She turns around and tells him that he does not understand. The aliens were not changing her, but just helping her change back to her alien self. Bree is actually an alien who transformed into a human to get some intel on the Earth's military. Thanks to Skokes, now they have ample time to prepare for the upcoming strike. With this, she and the alien walk out while Skokes lets out a scream in despair, horrified at how he might have just condemned the human race to extinction. And with that, the movie ends. We hope you enjoyed our recap. Watch the next videos on the screen and don't forget to subscribe for more amazing recaps. See you in the next one.